What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Experiment. Thank you for tuning in, and today we're going to do a quick video on how I get set up with the drone, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so I am out here with the truck. Look at that thing, looking good. I've got some stuff planned for it, but the reason I'm out here today is pretty simple. I'm going to shoot some drone video for the truck, for the Wrenched Out Garage, and I thought, why not show you guys kind of how I do this. Today is kind of a light kit because it is windy. I don't know if you can hear the wind at all. It's not very nice looking at all. Really, at all. It just doesn't look good. So I just want to do kind of a quick kit. I have my Canon 80D DSLR. I've got my shotgun mic right here, my Rode video mic, and I've got everything charged. There's my remote, my cell phone's hooked up. I've got this. I did change the filter, so with a day like today, I'm not gonna run an ND filter or any kind of filter. And let me show you kind of what I'm talking about so you guys understand. I bring filters with me in this Polar Pro bag that I carry for my drone. Here it is. I did have Polar Pro filters, and then with the loss of drones, I lost a bunch, but I do use these guys right here, the Bauer, and I will put a link to these down below. So I've got various filters. I'll go into those in a different video, but I did switch out to the DJI standard filter just because of the light setting here today. So carry these with you. If you have a drone and you're doing it for photography or videography, get some filters. I'll put a link to down below for some Polar Pros and some other stuff as well. Polar Pro and Bauer and all these other guys. Now, the next thing, I didn't charge the drone batteries up today. I should have, but I didn't, because I did charge them up last week. Now I carry, there's one in the drone, I just put it in. I carry two extras. These are the caps. I put these caps over the drone for transportation. I already took them off. So I've got 4 of those. And then I carry a bunch of extra propellers. I have an extra charger. I have one of these at home, and then I have one in the bag just in case I want to charge in the truck, which I've done various times on numerous occasions there. I do have a couple of these safety blocks, the gimbal blocks, so you want to remove those before flight. Looks like this comes with the drone. I always put those on. And then here, this guy right here is for your Polar Pro filter. So if you get an oversized filter, if you look at this real quick, see this filter, see how it's smooth? Oh, it's gonna shut off because I haven't used it. See if it'll focus. So that's smooth. So when you switch over to filters, you're gonna need to get a cradle of some kind. Again, I'll put a link to this down below as well. So obviously I have that because this thing, I cradle it up, I put everything in there for transportation. And then I just have a bunch of cleaning lenses, or cleaning cloths, excuse me, for the drone and for this camera right here, just because you never know when you're gonna use it. In addition to that, I have my hobbyist FAA flight license. I've got a couple of extra memory cards in here and more. So that's the gear that I have. Now, this isn't going to be an elaborate video. I intend on doing a bunch of different videos here over time. So that's the gear that I brought with me today. Now, a key component on shooting with your drone is, let me, this thing's beeping at me. Oh, just shut off. Okay, so a couple of key components, obviously coming prepared for whatever shoot you want to do. The other thing is look at your mapping. You can do it with the DJI app. You can do it on the FAA website and download their app. It's like the Fly something. I'll try to find that too, but I'll do a video on that in itself. So the other things that you need to look at is the environment that you're shooting in. It is a little windy today, so I'm going to do low elevation flights with the drone because I want to get some road shots. I'll probably, this cool little area over here, I might shoot back into there, but I'm gonna shoot the truck and I'm gonna do some low shots on the truck, so hopefully I'll be okay with the wind. Now obviously the higher you go up in elevation or up in the air, that's gonna change your flight patterns. It's gonna change a lot of things, so I'm not gonna go real high. The other thing is, are you flying next to an airport, private? Is it a private airport? Is it a public airport? What are the laws in your area for those? The FAA has that all lined out. In addition to that, look for obstacles. So what I mean by obstacles is pretty simple. Now that has the accident avoidance. That does some of the work for you, but maybe you have a drone that doesn't. So what you'll want to do, see if I can see if it'll show up. Oh, you can kind of see it right there. There's a huge pole right there. We've got the railroad crossing sign stuff right there. So what that means is when you're out flying around, take notice, walk around for a minute. It only takes a minute to look for obstacles and start thinking, what shots are you trying to get? Again, I'm going to be shooting really low and really close to the truck today. Let me get over here a little bit. So I'm pretty safe when I go to do this. Now, if you've got a very tough or obstacle area, then you're gonna want to, I would suggest walking it and kind of looking, okay, how do I want to shoot it? What is my focal point? What am I trying to shoot? Here's a good point right here. So if I shoot right here, I know it's probably hard to see, but this area has a lot of these little trees all over in it. So if I went in low and was shooting this, I better take my time, better know what I'm trying to shoot, get in and do it and get it done. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I haven't done a drone video. I intend on just unleashing a bunch of new drone videos. I've got a bunch of firearm videos. I've got just a lot of stuff that I'm working on, and my promise to you guys is I'm doing this stuff because I know for whatever reason, I talk about it, kind of do it, kind of not, but we're doing it. I'm just gonna start busting out the camera and start going through this stuff with you guys. Again, I'm Anthony, this is the Wrenched Out Experiment. If you guys have not subscribed, make sure hit the subscribe button, support us here, hit the bell if you want to be notified every time we drop content. All the links to the stuff that we talked about is down below. To include, I'll throw some drones in there. I am working on and will put out a drone guide for beginners talking about what your objectives and goals are, whether you want to do photography, videography, or if you just want to fly a drone around. That wraps it up. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.